Hola, and welcome to Slowpoke Travel. This video today is just going to be me walking around a busy market in Mexico. This is actually the Mercado Independencia in Morelia, which is central Mexico. We've been in Morelia for almost a month now, and we've been in Mexico for just over 2 months. We've been staying about 2 blocks away from this market, so we go here quite a lot. It's just a great place to people watch. It's a great place to absorb the sights and sounds of Mexico. I do want to forewarn you, we're circling around the market here, but once we get inside, they do have quite a few butcher stalls where they're processing meat. So there's some very vivid imagery of beef, pork, chicken, seafood being processed. So if you're not interested in seeing those images, then I would definitely click off this video because it gets very vivid inside. And I think it's important, if you're somebody that eats meat, you should be aware of where your meat comes from. In the United States, shopping at grocery stores where everything is kind of done out of sight and everything's packaged and it's lined up very neatly, it's sealed, self-contained, it's a very clean process. But here in Mexico, in the public markets, it can be in your face. The food preparation, which is good because there is that connection between where your food comes from and where it's going. So I appreciate that. It's just natural. I think it's kind of unnatural the way we do it in the United States, even though it's very efficient, but I think there is a disconnect. So if you're eating meat, then I don't know. I think it's healthy to be aware of the process. That being said, it's not a pretty sight. And the juxtaposition here of where they're processing the meat and boom, where they're preparing the meat to serve, it's just right in your face. So it's a little unappetizing for me. It's like when I go to a restaurant, I don't want to sit next to the bathroom. That's part of the process too, right? It's the last part, but still, I like my eating part to be a little separate from the beginning and the end. The dining should be in the middle, and I shouldn't have to see what's going on in the periphery. But here at this particular market, it's kind of hard to escape those images. This is a panaderia bakery. I don't know if I said that right. But every time you turn a corner in Mexico, it's a dang bakery, which is fantastic and a terrible thing. I've probably gained 10 pounds since we've been here. Let me ask a question. If somebody watching this video has shopped at a market in Mexico, public market, do you haggle? Because we don't haggle. I don't know how to haggle. I'm just used to paying. You ask what the price is, and that's the price, right? If it's not crazy, I just pay it. And nobody's tried to give me a crazy price, or it hasn't seemed crazy to me. But whatever the price is, I just pay it. I don't know how to haggle. It's not. I don't even know how to do it. I don't know. So, should I be haggling? That seems like a lot of work. We don't buy anything that expensive anyway. What am I going to do? I'm going to try to knock 10 pesos off something? It just seems like a lot of effort for what I already think is a good price. So, anyway, I don't know. Does that kind of make me look silly? if I don't haggle. And I don't see anybody haggling. You know, I've heard that you're supposed to haggle, but I don't know where I heard it. Maybe I read it somewhere. But anyway, should I be haggling? I'm not going to haggle. I'm not going to haggle. I mean, that sounds like work. I don't want to work. These things right here are, what are they called? Buenelas? I don't know what it is. But I haven't had one. But I probably will have one because it looks like it has a lot of calories. Now once we start to get into the meat section here, I can't not think of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I mean, to me this looks like set dressing for a horror movie. And I shouldn't think of it like that, because this is just food. Now there was a public market in Guadalajara that we loved to eat at. I mean, they had a terrific food court there. Some of the best food that we had in Mexico, that we've had so far, we ate at the public market in Guadalajara. But we haven't eaten any of the food here at the Mercado Independencia because the proximity between where they're processing the food and where they're serving food, it's just so close. I mean, I want to have a molle con pollo with arroz, you know, but I don't want to look over and then, you know, be in the middle of my chicken dinner and see a bucket of chicken feet, you know, sitting next to me, you know, because I mean, I'm aware where my food comes from, but I don't need to be sitting right next to where all the action's going on. You know, I like my food prep and my dining area separate. But here, it's kind of hard to get away from that. And I guess I'll call it the aroma is omnipresent. But it's fascinating, and it is invigorating, and it is a sensory overload. The crush of humanity and commerce and the smells, it is a vivid experience and one of the best things to do in Mexico. So definitely don't hang out at the mall and Forever 21 and the food court at the Galleria, whatever the heck, with the multiplex cinema. You know, go to a local public market every opportunity you can, because it is a pleasure. It's also a sensory overload. I mean, we'll go to the market and we'll walk around for an hour inside the market and we're exhausted just from the onslaught of sensory input. Now this market here is it's maybe a half a mile away from the giant center square and, you know, this hotel and tourist area. But we haven't seen a lot of gringos in Morelia. You know, just a handful. Like I said, we've been here for a month, but we haven't seen that many gringos and haven't heard much English. And I don't know that we've seen a single gringo at the Mercado Independencia. And I like that because it makes me feel like I'm having a more authentic experience. You know, I don't want to go to Mexico Land at Epcot Center. I want to experience a different place. I don't want, you know, I try not to get I'm going to have to cut this part out because I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Or maybe I won't because I'm lazy.
regaló buen pedazo de cabeza.
See, when you're going through the market here, you know, on one side they're processing the meat, and on the other side you can sit down at a stool, you know, and order that same meat cooked, which is great. I mean, it doesn't get any fresher than that, right? But still, boy, I wish that there was a little bit of a disconnect, just a little bit. I mean, I've worked in restaurants my whole life, really, ever since I was, 30 years. But still, you know, when I'm not going to come out and do my food prep right next to your table. We're having such a great time in Mexico. Everybody's been so friendly, or at least we feel welcome. We haven't really had anybody give us a stink eye. It's just been such a pleasant experience, and hopefully it will continue for a while longer. If you want to check out more of our Mexico vids, I have a link down below to our Mexico playlist. Go over to Slowpoke Travel. We put up our videos and write some blogs over there. And thanks for watching everything. We really appreciate it. Like it and subscribe it, and leave us a nice comment. Do me a favor, do me a raspberry flavor, and hit the button, hit a nice thumbs up button if you like the video, and subscribe for more videos like this, or even better than this, maybe.
That's what it's like being in the market in Morelia on Christmas Eve.